Hey, Pipe fans, subscribe to Carl Cruz at MMA. Today I'm with one half of the main event, DBX 6, Friday. They call him the Wolf. He's Mr. Rob Perez. Rob, what's going on, my friend? How are you?
Oh, I'm doing great. I'm doing blessed, brother, man. How are you?
I'm doing great, man. Obviously, massive fight for you. Big headlining opportunity. We're at fight week. You starting to feel it?
Nah, man, it's another day in the office, man. I train hard to fight easy. So by the time this week, I'm just relaxing, chilling, breaking a little sweat, getting used to the humidity out here in Miami. But other than that, there ain't nothing left to do besides just have fun and talk my shit.
The life of being a professional athlete, especially in the combat realms, there's so much highs, there's so many lows. You take forever to get to this stage. You wake up early, you stay up late, you sacrifice everything for years. You miss birthdays, weddings, Thanksgivings, dinners, all of that. You've been doing this for a long time. The world of boxing now in DBX. For you, what's made you stick through the journey?
Man, God, and this is my purpose. This is my destiny, and I'm just here to show people that hey, you could do anything if you put Christ first. Really.
Do you feel that competition is more mental than it is physical?
Oh, it's always mental. That's why I talk my shit because it's a mental warfare before you even step in the ring. You gotta get inside your opponent's head, and beat him. Beat him before you even get to him.
Last August, you had the opportunity. You're going to fight Jerizio Rosenstrike. Unfortunately, you have to pull out of that one. What was that time like? How tough a decision was that?
It was definitely a test by God to show my faith and to see where I was at in Christ, and I had to lean on Him, and through the grace of God I was able to make a full recovery. Doctors wanted me to get hip surgery, but I did what I had to do, and thanks to the glory of God, now I'm back and I'm ready to dominate and take over the heavyweight division like I was on the path of doing.
Obviously, before DBX, you made a name for yourself in the world of professional boxing. What's that transition been like?
Really not indifferent. I mean, I've been fighting my whole life, so punches, elbows, bats, bottles. Man, I've been hit by it all, so it's really nothing different, nothing I'm not used to.
For your whole career, you've made a name for yourself. You're always one of the most fun guys to watch. You're always going in there looking for the finish. How much pride do you take in the way you fight?
I love the way I fight, man. I wouldn't change it for the world. Everybody can keep their footwork or their hand speed, or I bring a different complexity to whether it be boxing, MMA, dirty boxing, bare knuckle. It doesn't matter, man. I'm a different breed, and I'm hard to train for. I will say that.
Your last time out in DBX, you took on Alex Nicholson, former UFC guy, and pick up an amazing victory there. Overall, what do you think of the performance looking back at it?
Oh man, I definitely could have did a lot better, maybe more cardio wise, but I was able to come out victorious with the first round win. It was sad. His knee blew out towards the end of the first round, but that was more or less God saving him because I was touching him up left and right. He was getting caught in the chin, and it would have been worse if he had to go out 3 rounds with me.
Now, overall, this dirty boxing thing's become a lot of traction. Obviously, you have Mike Perry, John Jones is the face of it. For you, how big do you think this sport can get?
Oh, this sport can go all the way to the top. It could be the number one sport in combat sports. That's why I'm so heavily invested into it, and I do what I got to do. I do my part to help the company thrive.
It's kind of crazy when you look back at the growth and evolution of combat sports. Boxing's always been big, but 20, 25 years ago, people were calling MMA human cockfighting. Did you ever think at that time we'd have something like dirty boxing?
No, honestly, I never thought it would be something like a sport like this. I was very intrigued and happy and excited when I heard it was coming out, and I was honestly wasn't even thinking about fighting on DBX because I was so focused on boxing. But the opportunity came, and it was part of God's plan, and now we here.
So on Friday night, you're taking on Michael Garcia in the main event. Overall, what do you think of him as an opponent?
I mean, hey, you can't underestimate anybody, but like I said, the whole week out here, I've had to interact with him a couple times, man, and I see fear in his eyes, man. The portal to somebody's soul is through their eyes, and man, and he ain't got what it takes, man. He fighting for the wrong reasons, good reasons, but they ain't the right reasons to be a fighter.
There's a clip going out today. You and him had a bit of a confrontation. What was that all about?
I mean, it wasn't a competition. He just had my belt on, and he shouldn't be wearing it. You know what I'm saying? He didn't deserve that. He doesn't deserve this shot. but it definitely makes sense through DBX eyes for me to fight him because he does have 2 wins. But he don't deserve the belt. He ain't fight nobody like how I fought. And yeah, he just, I had to put him in his place.
You're really becoming one of these big names of DBX, and you're a guy you haven't been in the UFC. You feel like you're one of those homegrown stars who could maybe become the face of this organization?
Yeah, man. Like I said, I do what I do, and I do it the best. I love entertaining. I love putting a show on for the people. Win, lose, or draw, they ain't nobody gonna be able to throw dirt on my name about how I fight. And I come to always put on the show, man.
So
Sword
many
up, shield
people
down.
So many people are watching combat sports in this day and age, whether the MMA, bare knuckle boxing, DBX now. Very few people understand what's it like to be a fighter. Obviously they know you're trying to win a belt, trying to win more money and stuff like that. But I think very few people understand the fight outside the fight. And that to me is the fight not to have to clock in at 9 o'clock in the morning, clock in at 5. That's a fight to secure financial freedom. That's a fight to live life on your own terms, not follow societal norms, create a message and live life your way. Has this been a big part of your journey?
Yeah, man. I don't. I'm not like my bitch ass opponent Garcia. I don't have a 9 to 5. This is my life. This is my livelihood. This is how I feed my family. And luckily I got such an amazing wife by my side, and she takes care of everything that and allows me to do what I have to do to be able to step in that ring every time I can.
Absolutely. For you now, you're getting some more traction. What's it like being reached out maybe by younger fighters, people on Instagram, Facebook, reach out to you for advice, tell them you're an inspiration to them?
Yeah, man, it feels like an honor. It feels like I'm doing the right thing, and especially more or less, if I can get more people closer to God, man, that's the main goal, man. Because we living in a sinful world, and it's only getting worse. And people really need to turn to Christ and realize, He is the truth, the way, and the light.
For you, what would it mean to be able to put that DBX strap around your waist?
Man, it don't mean nothing to me. It's nothing but a belt. To be honest with you, I don't care about the belt. I'm just here to fight. It could be the title. I could be on the main card. I could be on the prelim. It don't matter to me. I'm here to put on a show. I'm here to put on a show for the people, and I'm here to just make my name get bigger. I could care less about a belt. That shit gonna break down and tarnish, or you know what I mean. That don't mean nothing.
This week, obviously, your face all over the posters. When you were able to see it for the first time, that really allowed you maybe to reflect a little bit on the journey and see where you've come?
Yeah, man, we came a long way. We dealt through a lot of battles, a lot of trials and tribulations, and it's finally paying off.
Absolutely. All right, last question, Wolf. In a perfect world, what is the outcome Friday night when you fight in the main event, DBX 6 against Michael Garcia?
Man, in a perfect world, we don't live in one, but either way, man, he's going down. There's no doubt about it. He is going down. Whether it be first round, second, third, fourth, fifth knockout or decision, he's gonna feel my pain and he's gonna have to respect me.
Absolutely. Well, Wolf, man, thank you so much for your time. Good luck. Can't wait to watch the fight.
Yeah, man, take it easy. The wolf out, baby. Oh!
That's it for us today. I'm Carl Perez. He is the Wolf. He is Mr. Rob Perez. You could watch him Friday night, DBX 6. Don't miss it, fight fans. Take care.